Batman Curse of the White Knight issue 7 sees a young Bruce Wayne found by Alfred looking over his family's crest. He tearfully says that it was his fault his parents were killed since he was the one who wanted to go to the movies. Alfred says that's nonsense since he couldn't have saved them, but Bruce says that he wasn't allowed to touch Thomas's sword, which is why he wanted to see the Mask of Zorro so he could learn how to use it. Alfred removes the sword from the crest, giving it to Bruce and telling him that if he's ready to go to his family's funeral, then he should get the rapier, and when they get back, he will teach him how to use it and fight, so that next time he will know what to do when he is in the face of danger, just like Zorro does. In the present, Bruce tells Harley that the Waynes were guardians and nobles, using their wealth to defend the people of Gotham, and he always wanted to honor that tradition. Harley knows that he wanted to be a knight, as Bruce says that he was ready to accept that the Waynes had some secrets, but he never considered that he wasn't a Wayne to begin with. Looking at the bloody message from Joker's cell, he knows it's real, and Azrael's a descendant on whoever wrote the words "I am Edmund Wayne." Harley knew the message before Bruce ever did, telling him that she was hiding something from him and she was worried what the truth might do to him if he found out. Bruce knows that Joker was right about the curse of Gotham since it's him, but Harley knows that's bullshit since his parents can't possibly be responsible for something they didn't know anything about, and neither is he. So who cares if he's technically not a Wayne? He's still guarding the city and protecting Gotham like the Waynes do. Bruce says that according to the list the GTO have found about the elites, that's not true, since most of the elites' money was channeled by Ruth through Wayne Corp. Ruth never told Gotham Bruce's secrets since he was her biggest client. Harley doesn't know how he could have known, and Bruce says that's the problem since he spends so much time as Batman that there's no time to heal or rest. He knows Batman has taken over his life and he doesn't even know how to be Bruce Wayne anymore or who he even is anymore, and Gotham won't forgive him. Harley says that they will, since they forgave Jack Napier since he took off his mask and asked for forgiveness, since he knew that he needed to trust Gotham. Something Bruce does. After a moment, Bruce knows that unmasking himself will destroy everything he has ever built, and Harley says that he will still have his friends, and more importantly, he will still have her. Elsewhere in the city, Azrael returns to his base, throwing up in his mask and finding out that he only has one pill of his medication left, meaning he will die. Barbara Gordon meanwhile undergoes therapy for her broken back when Bruce arrives, helping her back to her room, saying he isn't really stunned at her recovery since after all, she's a Gordon. Bruce apologizes for all this, but Barbara says that she shouldn't have gone after Azrael without backup. Bruce says that he should have used the gun to kill Azrael when he had the chance, telling the shocked Barbara that he isn't Batman anymore and he can't fix Gotham's corruption since he's part of that corruption. He knows he needs to come clean since it's the only way to destroy the elites, and Bruce tells her that Jim thought that Batman coming clean was too dangerous and wonders if he would understand and forgive him for what he's about to do. Barbara says that Batman really frustrated her father, not because he broke the law, but because he couldn't fix it by following the rules, hence why he embraced Batman and admired him, maybe even wanting to be him. Barbara says that Jim Gordon would trust Bruce to make his own decision and then support it. Later, Commissioner Montoya addresses the city, telling them of Azrael and imploring the citizens that if they see Jean-Paul Valley, they are to alert the GTO and the police. Her conference is hacked into by Batman, who says that for decades it's been his honor to serve the people of Gotham, but knows he couldn't do it forever. He tells them how over the years, wearing the cape has gotten more complicated, as cops and robbers soon gave way to serial killers, monsters, and super criminals. He says that he's supporting the Napier Initiative and needs the people to know the truth, so Batman reveals himself as Bruce Wayne, telling the people the secrets of the Wayne Empire and how the elites have corrupted Gotham, meaning he is complicit in their crimes. Because of this, Bruce is giving away all his fortune, dissolving Wayne Corp to create a non-profit that will build schools, libraries, and homeless shelters, with everything they generate to be donated right back into Gotham, offsetting the people's taxes, and no longer making Gotham a city of darkness, but a city of light. Bruce says that before this can happen, however, he needs a favor, saying that he can get Azrael, but he needs the people to stay off the streets until he catches him. Bruce asks for forgiveness and trust and for permission to be Batman one last time. Later at the GCPD, Renee isn't too happy with what Bruce has done, not interested in alleviating his guilt. Bruce knows that this is the best way to arrest Azrael, but Renee knows that most of Gotham don't like him, and how does he think that 8 million people will just clear the streets for him? Bruce knows that it's a risk, but if they do, he knows knows they are with him and her, and when it's all over, he will turn himself in, since no one in Gotham is above the law, including Batman. Going with the GTO, Bruce tells him that they need to station people at the hospitals, since with Ruth dead, Azrael will need more of his medication. Nightwing is way ahead of him as he sets the team out to look after the airports and subways and roads. Bruce asks how Barbara is doing, but she reassures him that she can still step on the gas pedal of a car. Bruce tells Renee that he will be using the Batmobile, finding the oldest and his favorite Batmobile is the only one left after Azrael's attack. As he starts the car up, Dick stops him, asking what happens when he gets Azrael, implying he knows Bruce is going to kill the man, something that Batman doesn't do. Bruce tells Dick that Batman is dead, and when he finds Azrael, so will he be. Bruce takes off, speeding through the city and heading for the city center, where he gets out of the car to find the city has listened to him and trusted him, abandoning the streets as Renee contacts Bruce, telling him Azrael is on the East River Highway, prompting Batman to race off to face the villain one final time. Batman Curse of the White Knight issue 7 was a fantastic penultimate issue that saw Bruce Wayne refine the trust he once had in Gotham in order to be Batman one final time. I enjoyed how, while this wasn't actually a particularly action-heavy issue, it was still fast-paced, and Bruce's speech to Gotham revealing his identity and his plans to right the wrongs of the elite was really fantastic, along with Dick confronting Bruce at the end, implying that Batman will sully his name to kill and stop Azrael. I'm really looking forward to seeing if that actually ends up happening, or if Bruce decides that Batman doesn't need to kill. It's going to be really interesting. I'm really looking forward to the final issue, and even more so now since Batman is rocking the Batman 89 Batmobile, which, just like Batman says in this issue, is my favorite Batmobile. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10.